crap so you have room.
Some. Just the ones I don't. 'Cause I don't have any.
I know, I need to check really quick.
I found out the last
Are we
time.
recording?
Yes.
Oh,
Recording.
perfect.
My phone's fairly new, so I haven't
Everyone
used
needs
a
to
lot of
wave.
space yet. I should return
I need one more
Oh,
paper.
okay.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna show everybody. There we are. Here we are. I won't do the honors of my big face. Okay, there you go.
If you pose the question to 100 people, what is your definition of the human spirit? You would probably get about 100 different answers. They might range from it's your soul, it's your life force, it's something that can be broken and something that can be healed, and it's also a precious piece of who we are. But what is this mysterious human spirit? Is it our soul? Is it physical? Is it our mental makeup? Well, the answers I've found through my research are yes or no or maybe or D, all of the above. Nobody really seems to be able to agree. But there is one thing that they do agree on. What we do know is that the human spirit is key to mental health, and if we aren't proactive to protect and nurture it, we can damage it. So in the next few minutes, we'll be looking at different definitions and descriptions, and then next, the effects of stress and anxiety on our human spirit, and then finally, how to keep your spirit healthy. So what is the human spirit? If you ask a theologian, they will tell you it's your belief in God and the ways that you express it. If you ask the School of Psychology, Carolyn Young and Cindy Coopson, authors of Spirituality, Health, and Healing, an Integrative Approach, say this. The School of Psychology explains human spirit as an expression of one's internal motives and desires, concentrating on the self instead of the supreme intelligence. Psychology examines one's spiritual search for meaning, purpose, and guidance. The term spiritus derives from the Latin breath. David Beener, noted psychiatric physician, defines the word spiritual, and I quote, as transpersonal awarenesses arising spontaneously through meditative and other practices beyond ordinary explanations, and to which are attributed an inspiring and guiding meaningfulness, often attributed to a deity. So everyone seems to agree on one thing. It's important to our existence. Almost as important as the beat of our hearts, the breath in our lungs, and if we don't take care of our spirit, we can damage it. But how can you damage something that's unseen and nearly indescribable? Well, with something else that's unseen, stress and anxiety. So, stress unmanaged can leave you feeling overwhelmed, tired, depressed, gives you sadness, physical pain, and you can have anxiety. In all, you just feel kind of blue. And your heart doesn't feel so full. So I have a personal testimony about stress and anxiety. For all of my life, I've lived with an autoimmune disease known as eczema or atopic dermatitis. It's an itchy rash. I lived with this my entire life until 6 months ago. And 6 months ago, I stepped out of a stress and anxiety-filled relationship and experienced complete healing within 3 weeks. Never in my life had I had soft, pretty hands. But after 3 weeks, I did when the stress and anxiety ceased. So researchers are now finding the links between eczema, asthma, and psoriasis with prenatal maternal stress. A study in Denmark released findings in 2015 that women who suffered stress, anxiety, negative life events, and job difficulties during their pregnancies gave birth to children with these diseases in 21 out of 25 births. Those are startling figures. Another study published in 2011 by Acta Dermatovenerologica found that patients with these diseases suffered depression at a rate of 43.3%. Those with eczema, that number jumps to 71.4%. So this feels like a lot of gloom and doom, but it doesn't have to. You see, we owe it to ourselves to take care of our spirits. Kind of like caring for our physical bodies, like brushing your teeth, making healthy food choices. But how? Are you currently struggling with stress, anxiety, or depression? Try to evaluate, acknowledge, and eliminate, if possible, the things that cause stress. Are you overbooked? Need to say no to something? Maybe you could pencil in an appointment with yourself in your schedule. And if those things don't help, then seek help from an outside source. Maybe a close friend, a member of the clergy. CWI offers free counseling options, and a personal counselor or psychiatrist are always helpful. Stress managed is a wonderful thing. Ways to do that? Do some yoga. Maybe go for a walk. Drink your favorite cup of coffee. Enjoy the Mindspace app, which offers breathing exercises. Or download a calming sounds app. In all, you'll feel better, your heart will feel happy, and your plants will grow better, I swear. So personally for me, the human spirit is two-dimensional. It's diagonal with my friends and family, and it's vertical with God. And I have to balance that and remember that the human spirit is key to mental health, and we must be proactive to protect it. So a final thought to share with you is a little something written by Margaret Burkhart, an associate professor emerita at West Virginia University School of Nursing. Trying to define spirituality is akin to trying to lasso the wind. The wind is sensed and felt, and its effects on us and the things around us is seen, but it cannot be contained within imposed boundaries or even the best definitions. Thank you.
So good.
I was going to blow some bubbles, but
Oh,
it doesn't always work
I
very
was
well.
gonna go see what they wanted, let them know we're doing videos.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to stop your phone?
Oh yeah.